Hello, and everybody. Welcome back, you guys, to another episode here on the Project Ozone 3 Let's Play series. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. In the last episode, if you guys did not see, we did go ahead and start working on some agriculture. Yes, as you guys can see, we have water seeds, stone seeds, ice seeds, nature seeds, dirt seeds, and wood seeds. All 10 out of 10 on everything with this little setup here. You place one seed here, and it'll go down to the end, and by the time it's at the end, hopefully it's 10 out of 10 when you research it. So yes, in today's episode, you guys, I want to go ahead and start working on some botania, because some botania will unlock more seeds. As you guys can see, when we get to prudentium crafting seeds, we need prudentium essence, and to get prudentium essence, we have to craft this infusion crystal, and then we need some mana, which is botania. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. Before we do get started, we do have to go ahead to head over to the book of knowledge, which is Lordcraft, right? We have to do some research. So I have gone ahead and started researching some letters here. If you do go to Lordcraft, you have to make a bunch of the inscription tiles, right? And then with the inscription tiles, you come in here and you have to see all these red ones, they say unknown, right? You have to make them say learned, right? So you want to draw this little letter here, right? So we're going to draw a line down, draw one line off to the right and two lines off to the right. As you can see that there, and we go ahead and click this and it learns that. So we keep go ahead and we're going to go all the way down the line here, right? For everything, one line off to the right here, 2 and 3, and so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing that. And we need to go ahead and start researching some more things in the book here to unlock bright crystals and dense crystals. I did go ahead and learn the section to get the arcane workbench over here. I had a bunch of these learned earlier, but I don't know why they all went red on me again. So I have to go ahead and relearn all of these. So I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not going to bore you guys with all this. I'm going to go ahead and sit here and keep researching, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I did go ahead and learn all of these, right? And now if you come down here, it says draw a T, and you need one inscription tile for the T. So now that we have everything learned, if I just hit the letter T on the keyboard, it'll draw it for me right here, right? You hit it. Now I need to do an I, C, A, L, and there we go. We did research this is what I was working on right here. I did research a bunch of these, but like I said, when I went back in there, right, all these are red. I don't know what happened. I did click on this, right? It says hold Alt for details, right? If I use XP, it'll lock calm, but it'll unlock corruption. And I think that's what went ahead and got rid of all my things. So I'm going to go ahead and keep researching. I have to try to unlock fire, which is weird because it says it requires basics, but basics is completed. So I don't understand what is going on there, because I do need light, right, for some of the quests for botania. Let's see here. Where was it? I know I needed to unlock it for this, right? This said unlock the bright crystal. So I did. Now to unlock the rest of these, I need to research arcane crafting and a bunch of other things. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the book of knowledge, and I'm going to do that next. Arcane crafting right here. When you do the advanced forge here. So like I said, now that I have these learned, this is pretty easy. I just hit the letters on the keyboard and click it, and it should easily help me complete the quests. And every time I do this, it does use one inscription tile. So beware there, you're gonna need a bunch of inscription tiles. I do have 63 and 11. I went ahead in the Twilight Forest and did a bunch of researching, searching around, and I found a bunch of ironwood. Ironwood is quite expensive in this mod pack. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this until I unlock more sections in the book of knowledge book here, and I will be right back. There we go. I completed this one and this one along with this one, and it did unlock the rest of the crystals. You want to go ahead and finish these crystals, because these are the only ones you're going to need other than this one, this one, this one, and this one for the Lordcraft mod pack, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do the water, fire, dark, air, and earth, and I'll be right back. down to 1 inscription tile, which is fine because we did go ahead and research everything that I think we're going to need for the time being. I don't know about these ones, but hopefully these will just be enough here for the start of the mod pack, or start of the quest line, should I say. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up this and this, right? Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to pick up this and this, pick up this, and we are going to go ahead and find an area to do botania because we do not have a base set up quite yet. I think I'm just going to come over here and remove a bunch of trees, and I think we'll just set up over here. This might be easy for us. Probably going to go to bed because all of these mobs, and I don't want them blowing up our little area we're going to be having over here. Oh my gosh. Just went ahead and removed every single leaf on all these trees. What in the world? Okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to go get some torches, but this might be a good area for us. What do you guys think, huh? Okay, I'm going to keep clearing this out. We'll get some torches, and then we'll set up a little botania area over here. I think this is actually, yeah, I think this is a really good area. Other than all the mobs, like I said. Okay, so now, first things first, we need to make mystical fertilizer, and it's going to be dye and bright crystals. We should have dye, I think. Does this mob farm drop dye? It actually doesn't from the looks of it. Okay. I'm going to have to go into the ocean and kill a bunch of squids. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. This is actually pretty easy with my shuriken, right? Should have a bunch of squids laying around over here. More ink sacks. Is there more ink sacks right here? Hopefully that'll be enough to get started. But we are going to need more ink sacks. But hopefully when we open up Botania, we'll be able to make more seeds and make dye seeds. Okay, we have 4 bright crystals right here. I need a crafting table. I always need a crafting table set up because I hate not having one. I have the one in my inventory. The crafting on a stick. It only does so much, right? So now, if I do this, right? 3, we'll do some more here. All right, there we go. 6, bam, perfect. We need a pure flowers, right? We need a petal apothecary and pure daisy. Petal apothecary is verdant crystal and mystical flower cluster. Pretty easy there, and some stone. So we are going to have to work on the verdant crystal, which is 2 bright crystals, 2 dense crystals, and mystical flowers. So I'm going to have to work on all of these crystals real quick. Let me do that. Should be pretty easy, actually. And then we'll get working on some botania over here. So in case you guys did not know how to get mystical flower clusters, you need to go ahead and grow mystical flowers, which use the floral fertilizer for that. You just hit it on the ground, and there is flowers right there. And that's how we do that, which is pretty easy, which we're going to need a bunch of these flowers actually for the quest pack. So I'm going to farm up a bunch of these, and I'm going to keep making the crystals. I did make dual crystals and dense crystals, which just require coal and obsidian and normal simple crystals, right? I'm going to keep going here, and then I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, so I did everything that I could basically do right this second. The next 2 I need is spacious crystal and pure crystal, and they require more stuff with the arcane forge, and I do not need them right this second, so I'm not going to go ahead and worry about it. So let's go ahead and make the petal apothecary right here. We need stone, mystical flower cluster, and some verdant crystals, which I do have, right? So go ahead and make that. We need to go ahead and place this down. We need a infinite water source around here because we are going to need water. I do believe anyway, if I do remember this correctly. I am going just off of knowledge. So let's go ahead and put in some water, right? And then if we go ahead and we need to make a pure daisy, come over here, get some mystical white petals. We drop them all in there, right? There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you see that plus sign of the seed at the bottom, right? We need a seed to confirm the crafting recipe. I don't know if I have any seeds around. That is one thing that I have not been farming at all really much is wheat. Go ahead, grab some wheat seeds. 3, we're going to probably just need a bunch of more to be honest with you guys. 30 or 20 will be just fine. So if we come over here and we drop 1 wheat seed in there, it'll confirm the crafting recipe. There we go. We had a pure daisy and we completed the quest. So that's how we do that there. So now we're going to have to work on living wood, living rock, right? What is this one? Requires mana pool and mana spreader. We're going to have to work on both of these. Who is shooting at me? Please leave me alone. Okay. We need 1 more of those. One of these pure daisies, and I'll show you why in just a second. Come over here. We'll get 2 mystical, tall mystical. Oh, we only needed 1. Okay. Go ahead, drop 4 in here. And then get a seed. Perfect. Now we have 2 of these. And I'll show you why in just a minute. These skeletons are getting really annoying. Okay, come over here, place 1 down, right? And then give it a 2-block gap and place another 1 down. Let's go ahead, place down, I believe, right? Let me see here. So yes, we need to go ahead and place down some stone around the pure daisy right here, right? You can see those particles. It is working. And then if we come over to this one, we place down some wood around it, right? You'll see in just a minute, you're going to have to give it some time and I'll show you guys what it turns into. There it is. You can see it's turning it into living rock, right? In just a second, you'll see this stuff turn into living wood. There we go. And this is the stuff we are going to need for the Botania quest line, right? So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to farm up a bunch of living wood and living rock, and then we will go ahead and continue on with the next part of the quest, right? I'm just going to keep doing this, right? I'm going to let this sit, and while this is turning into living wood and living rock, let's see what we need to do, right? We need to make a mana pool. We need living rock, apothecary cauldron, and luminous crystal, right? Which we need complex crystal, which is 4 crystals in the arcane forge. That seems easy enough. Okay, so to use the arcane forge, right, you're gonna have to make a void interface, place it down behind it, right? And you can see it says water, earth, fire, air, light, and dark siphon is required to use this, right? So I think we can just use one of them, right? So I think we'll use a light siphon, right? Light siphon right here. We make one of these, 4 iron, 1 bright crystal, and 4 glass. I think we're gonna make 10 of them, right? And you'll see why in just a second. We have enough bright crystal. I don't know if we do. Probably have to make some more. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be enough. Let's go ahead, come in here and make, we'll just make 32 of them because why the heck not, right? Now we need some glass and we need some iron. Iron is pretty easy to come by right there. And then glass, we'll just grab some sand over here and smelt up our glass, right? Stone out, melt some glass. Pretty easy there. Come back over here. All right, let's make 10 of these. If I remember correctly, I'm just doing this all off of memory, right? If I right click on this, yes. So light mana, 0 out of 1,000. And then if I keep adding these, so light mana, 0 out of 10,000, right? And then if I add bright crystal, there we go. It's fully lit up now, right? 1,000 mana to craft, right? So we click on, go to light mana right there, as you can see, 10,000 to 10,000, right? So we put that in there, right? I think, am I doing this right? Maybe I need a different type of mana for this. No, there we go. I just had to click on it. There we go. It is crafting, right? It used 1,000 of the mana to make the complex crystal. And now we are going to need more of these. I think I'll just do half the stack, right? If I click on it, will it just keep crafting all of these? We need more complex crystals to craft what we're looking for here. Okay, it is, but we are going to need more bright crystals in the long run because you can see 7,000 of 10,000 and it is using it up very quickly. Okay, that's very good to know, actually. What else do we need here? Right, come in here. We need a apothecary cauldron. Pretty easy. We actually have all that stuff at the mob farm, right? And then luminous crystal, which is just 4 of these and a glowstone, right? That's actually pretty easy. Put it in here and then put you there and research tier 2 light. Oh, I need to research tier 2 light. Oh, already did. Never mind. Okay. Now we need the apothecary cauldron and a living rock. Okay, now we have the living rock, the apothecary cauldron, and the luminous crystal. Let's go ahead and craft our mana pool. Vivid wave. Perfect. Now the mana spreader. We need a mana spreader. What is that? 7 living wood, a petal, and a verdant crystal. That is actually really easy. Where's the verdant crystals? We have in our inventory right there, and a white petal. Right, that actually should be pretty easy. Bam. Just like so. Now, I think we have all things necessity to start working on mana production, right? Actually, we need, what's it called here? We need one of these things. A one of the forest, right? We need living twigs and then petals, right? So living twig is just living wood. We need more living wood. Let's go ahead and farm up some more of this real quick. There we go. Pretty easy, right? And I just made more of the wood. We don't need the living rock at the moment, I don't think. Okay, so now to get started on mana production, we need to make endo flames. Right, to make endo flames, you need 2 brown petals, 1 red petal, and 1 light gray petal. So we have some water in there, right? Did I say 2? So 2 brown, 1 red, and 1 light gray, and then a seed, right? There we go. I'm going to make, let's see here. How many am I going to make? Should I just make like 3 or 4 of them? I'll make 3, right? I'm not going to use up all of my brown petals. Now, right, we have our mana pool there. Get our mana spreader. Down the mana spreader. Get our one of the forest, right? It's on binding mode, right? So you can see at the bottom of the screen, if I shift, right click, bind mode, function mode. So we bind mode, right click, right? That should, oh no, shift, right click and shift right click on bind mode, and it'll face the mana spreader to the mana pool. Then what you're going to want to do, get your endo flames, place down your endo flames, right? However you want. So shift on bind mode again, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click. Now, this is the fun part, right? This is the part where I got stuck last time. We drop down a piece of coal and you'll see the endo flames are going to consume it, right? You heard that. It'll go into the mana spreader and then it'll eventually, right? It'll start making mana in the mana pool. I don't know how quickly you can see it's doing stuff right there, right? There it goes again, right? So it is putting mana in there. I just don't know how much yet. Unfortunately, it is very hard to see. It is still doing its magic. So, I think if I grab a bunch of coal, go over to our farm here, right over here, grab a stack of coal. I drop it in here. How much is it? You're just going to consume all of it? Okay, it is working. So I think it is working. So you can see the green check mark, right? It is going to the mana spreader and the coal is getting consumed and we are making mana. Now, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because, as you guys know, we do have this mob farm, and within the mob farm, we are getting loot bags, and we were getting black lotuses, right? Now, if I remember correctly, if I drop a black lotus inside here, maybe it's not a black lotus, it's a blacker lotus, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, I used to be able to drop something inside here and it would fill this thing up like immediately. So yeah, it says right here, you can toss a black lotus just by tossing it into it will do. Putting it inside a mana pool that already has mana in it. Does this not have mana yet? I am confused here. There we go. Okay, so we have some mana in there. If I drop it in there, yes, you did see it go up a little bit. So if I go run and grab a bunch of the black lotus and I drop it in there, right? You can see it's constantly filling up the mana pool. I dropped a whole bunch of, like a stack and a half in there, right? And it filled up the mana pool. This is going to go ahead and keep filling this guy up. I just went ahead and moved it and put these guys right here, and I guess it seemed to work, right? So now we need a mana diamond. All you gotta do is drop a diamond in a mana pool and you get a mana diamond. As well, we need to get a mana pearl, right? So let's go ahead and just complete these two items real quick, right? Mana pearl. Don't need that many pearls, but we'll just grab a bunch. And some mana diamonds. Keep dropping items in there. And we go ahead and get some mana pearls and mana diamonds, just like so, you guys. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and craft the Inferium Infusion Crystal. Oh my goodness, that is what we are talking about, you guys, because that's what I'm looking for here. We need to go ahead and advance further in the mystical agriculture quest line. So we come over here. We only have one base ingot. We need platinum ingot and prosperity shards. That's actually pretty easy. We should have platinum. Where are you at? Right here. I'll actually get you out. Oh, we'll get two stacks. So why not? Smelt up you guys. Then come over here. Let's get some prosperity shards. Just get a bunch. We need some base crafting ingots. We'll just call them crafting ingots because why not? It's easy that way. Now, infusion crystal right here. We have got it. Now, with that, we can use it to make Prudentium Essence, you guys. You can see right there, uses left 256. So, let's go ahead and get Prudentium. Oh, we need to go ahead and get Neutral Steel of the first degree. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, we'll have to work on that starting next episode. Running a little long on the episode. So yes, you guys, that is how you start Botania in Project Ozone 3. You have to have Lordcraft to complete Botania, right? So you need both of them together, and then you need Botania to go ahead and complete or continue down the mystical agriculture quest line. So that is what we are working towards, you guys, and we went ahead and succeeded. So yes, you guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button down below and comment if you have any comments what you guys like to see in the series or in the next coming up series. And like always, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.